Hey, Pat McLaughlin here from Snare Drum TV. This is episode number 8. As you know, we've been working on our rudiments, our single paradiddles, double paradiddles, triple paradiddles, and then we did a paradiddle pyramid exercise. So our paradiddle rudiment should be pretty solid by now. Today we're going to look at another very important rudiment, and that is the Flam Tap. And as you probably know by now, I'm a big fan of breakdown exercises that break down a rudiment by its most basic structure, and then you slowly add on different aspects of it until you have the full rudiment. So today we're going to do a Flam Tap breakdown exercise to really get your Flam Taps sounding great. So to get started, we have the rhythm 1EN, 2EN, 3EN, 4EN. And we're going to play that all on the right hand. So that'll give us this. 1EN, 2EN, 3EN, 4EN. Now I should mention that the first note of each beat is accented. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all accented. The second note, the E of each beat, is about it's basically a half accent, okay? And the third note of each beat, or the third partial of each beat, which is the AND, is going to be a very low note, okay? So you'll have 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Okay? So you're going to do that 4 times on your right hand, followed by 4 times on your left hand. So it'll be this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now it's very important that you make one motion with your wrist and get basically 3 strokes out of it, or 3 notes out of it. So you get 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But really, I'm just turning my wrist once and then using the rebound from the drum head and the stick to get me the other 2. Now obviously there's a small stroke at this tempo, but I'm mostly just controlling the rebound to get 3 different heights, because once you speed it up, you want it to be mostly one motion, just with three independent, or not independent, but 3 notes following it, okay? So that's the idea behind this. Make sure you're thinking about that when you're practicing this slow, all right? So that's the first section. The next section, we're going to add a grace note to every accented note, all right? So make sure that your grace note just hangs out really low and you just let it drop in right before the accented note. So that'll give us this. 1, 2, 3, 4, left, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now obviously when you're playing your right hand, your left hand is playing the grace note. When you're playing your left hand, your right hand is playing the grace note, okay? The third section is where some people get confused, because we're going to add an accent and a flam on the AND of every beat now, okay? And it's going to be with the opposite hand that you're primarily playing with. So we're going to take this, 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN, and you'll notice that the tap on the end becomes the grace note for the accent on the AND, all right? So it's going to be right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left. So you'll notice you're still playing this motion. Okay, so that'll be the first part of it, and then the second part of that section will be off the left. So you'll have left, left, right. Okay, so that section altogether is this. Okay, and finally, the last section is just straight 16-note flam taps, which will be this. Okay, so that's the entire exercise. You'll notice the entire time you're making this motion with your hands. Okay, and remember, one main motion followed by the 3 strokes, or the 3 notes that you get out of the one motion. So keep those principles in mind as you play this exercise. Let's go ahead and add all those sections together and play the entire exercise. This is at 105 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the exercise, and if you want to repeat this, you can do that. So let's go ahead and do this twice through. Once we get to the end, we're going to go back to the beginning and play the whole thing through one more time. So this is 2 times through total. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and that's the exercise. A lot of fun to play, really helpful for your flam taps. Slow it down, work it up, really keep those principles that I mentioned in mind as you play it, because that's one of the main purposes behind this exercise is to get that motion down. Have it feel nice and comfortable, loose and relaxed, and sound really good while you do it. Okay, so as always, comment or email me if you have any questions. Comment just for fun as well. Let me know if you liked it, what you thought about it, and hope it's helpful. Hope you had fun with it. Please subscribe. I'll really appreciate it. And as always, I will see you next time on Snare Drum TV.